In the global race toward an electric future, everyone thought the winner was obvious. Tesla had revolutionized the car industry, made electricity exciting, and turned clean energy into a lifestyle. For years, the conversation was simple. Electric cars were the future, and everything else was the past. But here we are in 2025, and the story has quietly shifted. While Tesla keeps chasing perfect batteries and expanding its charging network, Toyota, the company once accused of being too conservative, is suddenly leading again. The reason is simple. Toyota outsmarted Tesla, not by being faster or flashier, but by understanding reality better than anyone else. The world didn't move as fast as the hype suggested. Electric vehicles promised a revolution, but revolutions are never easy. For the average American driver, the excitement of EV ownership quickly collided with the limits of infrastructure, cost, and convenience. Charging stations were sparse outside of big cities. Cold weather reduced range. Electricity prices kept climbing, and the sticker shock of new EVs pushed many buyers away. At first, people thought these were temporary problems. But when years passed and the same frustrations remained, a question began to echo across the market. Maybe we skipped a step. That's where Toyota quietly smiled. While others rushed to declare the end of the internal combustion engine, Toyota kept perfecting a technology it pioneered decades ago, the hybrid. For many, the Prius was a punchline back in the early 2000s. But behind that awkward shape was the foundation of something enduring, a powertrain that balanced two worlds instead of replacing one. Gasoline and electricity working together, efficient yet practical, clean yet dependable. Toyota never abandoned that balance. Instead, it refined it with every generation. And now, when the EV hype has cooled, that steady commitment looks like genius. Toyota executives said something years ago that many critics mocked. They said, "The world is not ready to go fully electric." At the time, it sounded cautious, even outdated, but it was a rare moment of honesty in an industry obsessed with announcements and deadlines. The truth is, the world's transition to EVs was built more on ambition than on infrastructure. Most regions still don't have enough charging stations. Power grids in developing and even developed countries struggle with rising demand, and battery materials like lithium and cobalt are still expensive and environmentally challenging to extract. Toyota saw this gap and decided not to race into it blindly. Instead of promising a single future, Toyota built several paths. Hybrids for now, plug-in hybrids for the near future, full electrics for when the infrastructure matures, and even hydrogen fuel cells for the long game. This flexibility became Toyota's advantage. While Tesla focused on a single solution, pure electric, Toyota prepared for every outcome. It didn't sound exciting in headlines, but it turned out to be the smartest form of innovation, resilience. In the United States, this strategy is working perfectly. America is vast, unpredictable, and still heavily dependent on personal transportation. For many drivers, range anxiety is not just a buzzword, it's a daily reality. You can't always find a charger on a cross-country trip, and waiting 40 minutes on a highway stop is not appealing when a hybrid fills up in 5. Add winter weather, fluctuating power costs, and long commutes, and suddenly a hybrid starts to look like the logical choice. It's familiar, reliable, and still future-minded. That's why hybrid sales have exploded across the US in the last 2 years. Toyota's RAV4 Hybrid, Highlander Hybrid, and the new Prius are selling faster than dealerships can restock them. Even the new Toyota Crown and Camry hybrids are pulling younger buyers who once leaned toward Tesla. Meanwhile, Tesla has had to cut prices multiple times just to maintain sales momentum. It's not because their cars are bad, it's because the market is shifting from early adopters to practical consumers. People who want innovation, but not inconvenience. Efficiency, but not uncertainty. Toyota built for those people. Tesla's challenges go beyond competition. The EV market itself is maturing, and with maturity comes skepticism. Consumers who were once enchanted by over-the-air updates and futuristic interiors now care about insurance costs, battery degradation, and resale value. They're realizing that electric ownership isn't just about buying a car, it's about adapting your lifestyle. For some, that's fine. For most, it's not. Toyota's message is simpler. Keep your lifestyle, drive smarter. Under the hood, Toyota's hybrid system is one of the most refined technologies in modern automotive engineering. The hybrid synergy drive has gone through more than 20 years of continuous evolution. It seamlessly blends electric torque with gasoline power, recovering energy every time you brake and using it intelligently when you accelerate. The result is smooth, quiet, and shockingly efficient. Some Toyota hybrids reach nearly 50 miles per gallon without ever being plugged in. And unlike full EVs, they don't depend on rare minerals or fragile battery networks to function. Durability is another key factor. Taxi fleets around the world use Toyota hybrids for hundreds of thousands of miles with minimal issues. These cars prove that green technology doesn't have to sacrifice reliability. It's this combination of longevity, efficiency, and simplicity that's making hybrids a long-term winner in an uncertain market. Tesla may lead in software, but Toyota leads in endurance. There's also a psychological side to this shift. Electric vehicles promise perfection. Zero emissions, zero noise, zero fuel. But perfection can feel intimidating. It asks people to change their routines, their expectations, even their sense of control. Hybrids, on the other hand, promise balance. They don't demand sacrifice. You still stop at a gas station, but far less often. You still reduce your emissions, but without worrying about chargers or cold weather. It's a gentle form of progress, one that feels achievable, and sometimes progress that feels achievable spreads faster than revolutions. By 2025, numbers tell the story clearly. Electric vehicle inventory levels in the US are at record highs, with many unsold cars sitting for months on dealer lots. At the same time, hybrid sales are breaking records. Automakers like Ford and GM, who once pledged to go fully electric, are quietly reintroducing hybrid models. They've seen what Toyota saw years ago. The market doesn't reject innovation, it rejects inconvenience. EVs are the future, yes, but hybrids are the bridge that gets us there safely. Critics argue that hybrids delay the move to zero emissions. Toyota's counter-argument is compelling. Sustainability isn't just about technology, it's about accessibility. A $60,000 EV that most people can't afford helps the planet less than a $28,000 hybrid that millions can buy right now. Every hybrid sold today reduces emissions immediately, without waiting for infrastructure to catch up. It's not perfect, but it's progress that scales. That's what Toyota calls realistic sustainability. While Toyota's strategy looks traditional, its research is anything but. The company is investing heavily in next-generation batteries, particularly solid-state technology, that could deliver over 700 miles of range with 10-minute charging times. Unlike other automakers, Toyota won't rush these innovations to market. They'll launch them only when they can be mass-produced reliably. That discipline, the refusal to rush, is what defines Toyota's philosophy. It's not about being first. It's about being right. Tesla, to its credit, remains an